Story name: The Unsent Message. Aisha had always been busy. Busy with work, busy with friends, busy scrolling her phone, busy with everything, except the one person who waited for her every single day. Her mother. They lived in the same city, but barely met once every 2 weeks. Aisha always told herself she would visit tomorrow, call later, spend time when things settle. But life never settled. Meetings piled up, deadlines grew, and messages from her mother started becoming a routine she often ignored. At first, her mother would call every day. Later, when calls went unanswered, she switched to texting. "Aisha, did you eat? When will you visit, Ma? Take care on your way to work. I am making your favorite biryani this Friday. Come if you can." Sometimes Aisha replied. Sometimes she didn't. She would read the messages quickly and think, "I'll reply when I'm free." But free never came. One Monday morning, Aisha left for work in a hurry. Her mother called twice, but she muted the phone. She was in a cab, reviewing her presentation, too stressed to talk. Later that evening, she saw a message. "Call me when you are free. Missing you today." Aisha smiled faintly and typed, "I'll call you later, Ma." She didn't send it. Her boss called her name, so she slipped the phone in her bag. "I'll send it after the meeting," she thought. But she never did. The unsent message remained in drafts, silent, forgotten. That Friday, her mother sent another message. "If you can't come, it's okay. I just want to hear your voice." Aisha sighed. "Why does she get so emotional?" she muttered. She typed again. "Ma, I'm really tired. I'll come next week." But once again, the message stayed unsent. Her phone rang later that night, her mother calling again. Aisha stared at the screen. She was lying on her bed, exhausted. She let it ring until it stopped. "I'll call her tomorrow," she whispered. Tomorrow. Always tomorrow. The next morning, something felt strange. No message from her mother. No missed call. No reminder to eat breakfast or take an umbrella. Maybe she finally realized I'm busy, Aisha thought. She tried to distract herself with work, but a strange emptiness followed her through the day. At lunchtime, her phone rang. A call from an unknown number. "Is this Aisha Rahman?" an older woman asked. "Yes, speaking." "Beta, I'm a neighbor of your mother. Please come quickly." "What happened?" "She collapsed this morning. We have taken her to the hospital." Aisha's world froze. Her hands trembled. Her throat tightened. She couldn't breathe. She grabbed her bag and rushed out of the office, tears already blurring her vision. On the way to the hospital, she replayed every call she didn't answer, every message she didn't reply to, every later she chose over her mother. Her heart pounded violently as she ran through the hospital corridor. At the door, a doctor stepped out. "Are you her daughter?" Aisha nodded, breathless. "Is she okay?" The doctor's eyes softened. "We tried our best, but she passed away peacefully a while ago." Aisha's legs gave out. The world around her became a distant echo. She heard herself crying, but it felt like it was coming from somewhere far away. Her mother was gone. The one person who waited for her every day didn't wait anymore. The nurse handed Aisha her mother's phone. "There was one message she tried to send you this morning," she said softly. Aisha held the phone with trembling hands. The unsent message on the screen read, "Aisha, I'm feeling a little weak. Call me when you wake up." Aisha dropped the phone and sobbed like a child. "If I had just answered once, just once," she cried. "If I had just said I love you. If I had just visited. If I had just—" But life gives no rewinds. Aisha returned to her mother's empty apartment. The faint smell of biryani still lingered in the kitchen. Her mother had cooked it that morning, hoping she might come. The dining table was set with one plate. Her favorite blue dish was ready. On the sofa lay a small gift bag. Inside it was a scarf, Aisha's favorite color, with a handwritten note. "Saw this today and thought of you. I hope you will like it." Aisha pressed the scarf to her face and cried until she couldn't anymore. While cleaning the table, she found a small box filled with dozens of old mobile phones, her mother's old phones. All repaired, kept neatly, each with messages saved from Aisha. Her mother had kept every message, even the shortest ones. "Okay, Ma. Busy now. Maybe later. I'll come next week." Some phones had the same messages saved again and again, as if her mother read them when she missed her daughter. Aisha clutched the phones to her chest. Her mother saved every text, and she couldn't even send one reply. When Aisha returned to her apartment, she opened her own phone. The draft folder still held the last message she typed but never sent. "Ma, I'll call you later." Aisha stared at the words for minutes that felt like hours. She pressed send. A pop-up appeared, unable to deliver. Recipient no longer available. Her heart shattered. She dropped to the floor, clutching her phone as tears streamed down her face. "I'm sorry, Ma. I'm so sorry." But apologies reached nowhere when the person is gone. 4 days passed, but guilt stayed. Aisha stopped ignoring calls from loved ones. She visited her mother's old home every week. She kept the old shoes, the scarf, the gift bag, everything her mother left behind. And she made a promise. Never again would she leave a message unsent. Never again would she wait for tomorrow, because tomorrow isn't promised. Aisha realized a harsh truth. Parents don't need our money. They don't need expensive gifts. They don't need grand gestures. They need time, a call, a message, a voice saying, "I'm here," because love is not measured in minutes. It is measured in attention. And sometimes, one unsent message can haunt a lifetime.